A few of my recent videos have talked about the importance of building effective integration teams. My belief is that to do that, you need to keep your people at the center of your thinking at all times. Mergers can actually create great opportunities for your employees to revitalize their careers. To take full advantage of the opportunity, some of your people may need to make a career pivot. As leaders, our jobs are to teach people how to recognize opportunities for change and to encourage them to do the things necessary to take advantage of those opportunities. A career pivot is an intentional and somewhat dramatic change in the trajectory of somebody's career. You're taking things in a new direction and leaving the status quo behind. It's not the normal progression moving from engineer 2 to engineer 3. It's something different, and everybody's career pivot is going to be different based on their own personal aspirations. Once you've decided what direction you want to go, you can begin to plan your pivot. The first step is to take an honest assessment of your strengths and your weaknesses. You need to begin to rework your personal story so that when you tell it, you can convince people that you are indeed ready to make the move you want to make. Career pivots need to be aggressive, but they need to be realistic. Benjamin Disraeli once said, "The most dangerous strategy is to jump a chasm in 2 leaps." And this is definitely true for making a career change. Once you have your plan, there's 2 ways to think about the timing for executing that plan. If you're in control, you have time to measure this out. You can begin to take training to fill in some of your gaps. You can continue to refine the story you tell about yourself so that you can again position yourself for the new opportunities. If you happen to be in transition, you need to move more quickly. But the important thing is, regardless of the obstacles, you need to focus on your goal. You need to focus on finding an opportunity that is what you want to do in the future and not just something that's similar to what you did in the past. It's time to double down and don't compromise. Transitions are a great opportunity to accelerate your career trajectory. In my career, I've had 3 major pivots and 5 minor ones. The first major pivot was moving from industry into IT, project consulting, and delivery. The second major pivot was moving from IT project consulting into IT management consulting, more of the strategic work around future plans and long-term initiatives. The third major pivot is the one I'm in now, where I've started my own consulting firm so I can work for myself rather than someone else. The minor pivots were focused on gaining new technical skills, getting global delivery experience, and taking on larger and more important leadership roles within the organizations that I worked for. Depending on which articles you read, the assumption is that everybody will have 5 to 7 different careers in their working lifetime, and potentially up to 12 employers. If you think about it, that makes sense. Much of what when we're learning early in our careers is actually obsolete, and we had to let some of the technical aspects go as we moved through our careers. Retail is a great example. Retail today is very different as a result of the emphasis on e-commerce than it was 15, 20 years ago. Change is inevitable. Your response to it is a choice. You can choose to let your boat drift with the tides and the currents, or you can raise your sails, you can steer into the wind, and you can chart your own course. Please do me the favor of liking this video and subscribing to my channel. Thank you for watching.